want to talk about, we've been breaking down the different position groups. We've been doing all the mock drafts and stuff like that. But we wanted to, now that it's getting close to the draft, make our top 5 cornerback wish list for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we're going to go through and name a couple of positions. Today we'll do corners and receivers. Then tomorrow and so forth, we'll fill out the next couple of positions as well. In terms of just, like I said, our top 5 cornerback wish list through the draft for the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. So with that being said, man, let you start this thing off, man.
What are we doing? Corners?
Yes.
We're doing corners first?
I mean, so what are we doing again?
All right.
How you feeling, man?
So this is for the Steelers?
Yes.
Scheme related?
Yeah.
Can you...
Here we go.
Give me a breakdown. I was trying to look it up. We've been doing a lot of cover 1 recently, cover 3 type of stuff, especially with having Minka.
We like our Tampa 2.
What would be the percentage you'd put on zone versus man?
We're heavy man still.
Heavy man?
Yeah, we're heavy man still. Absolutely.
Okay.
And even like I told you, our zone coverages, we still match them. So, yeah. I mean, we're going to run our cover 3, but everything else, man, we matching up, and it's going to look like a lot of man-to-man.
Okay. 5-1?
Let's do it.
Number 5. I'm going with Andrew Booth Jr.
Ooh, okay. Little Andrew. Little Drewski.
Number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Kier Elam.
Okay. Yeah.
Number 3. Trent McDuffie. Out of Washington.
Okay.
Number 2. Derek Stingley. And number 1.
Okay.
Sauce Gardner.
Nah, I like that. See, I was nervous about putting Sauce on my list solely because I don't know how early he's going or not, man. That was my only reason. So, yes, I was like, yo, should I put Sauce up here or should I not put Sauce up here? I wasn't sure because I be seeing somewhere he's like, top 5, top 7. I'm like, God, I ain't touching that there. But if he's, 12, 15-ish, it's different. But that was the only reason why I was a little hesitant to put him up there. But since you included him, I'm going to include him on mine too, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, just include him. I'll throw another name in there. I was thinking Roger Mccreary from Auburn.
Yeah.
Here's a sleeper name I was thinking, though. Just for upside purposes.
Yeah.
He's definitely not a finished product. Converted receiver to cornerback, but the measurables are off the charts. Tested amazing at the combine. Had like 4.2. I think he ran the fastest time at the combine for the 40 at like 4.2 something.
Yeah.
Tariq Woolen. 6'4".
Okay.
He's got like 38-inch arms too. Might go 3rd or 4th round, something like that, but it could be a high upside play for us.
Okay. No, I definitely like that then, man. I definitely like that. Well, since I will be including Sauce on my list, yeah. For me, man, at number 5, I started with Kier Elam out of Florida. I like this dude, man. I think that he has really good ball skills, and he's super tough as well, man, when I watch him on tape. At number 4, I went Andrew Booth out of Clemson. Once again, man, fits that same mold. I feel like all these corners, too, man, the early guys, they are physical guys. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't feel like I watched any of these dudes and was like, oh, man, this dude's scared to hit, or this guy, he's not showing up in the big moments. I thought that the top 5 guys, man, all pretty, gifted physically, but also they play with the toughness or a little edge to them as well, man. So Andrew Booth was at 4 for me. Then at number 3, I went Trent McDuffie. Man, I like him a lot.
Do we have the same list?
Low key, I feel like it's...
We just swapped 4
I think
and
we
5.
swapped like 4, yeah. I think that was it. But that was because I wasn't including Sauce at first. Then when you talking include him, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to just bump this last guy off my list and then go ahead and put my man Sauce on the list. So that's what I went ahead and did. So Trent, like I said, is at 3. Then I have Derek Stingley at 2, solely because he sat out the year. And then after that, at 1, I have Sauce Gardner, man. Because I think like Sauce, to me, with him playing this past season, man, seeing the growth, seeing him in the college playoffs, stuff like that, man, he matched up with some top tier guys, and he was a strict man-to-man press coverage corner.
No touchdowns allowed.
Yeah, like,
stat out
dude,
there about
that's extremely tough to do, especially when you're pressing as much as he did. He didn't play a lot of off, man. He was on hand, right here in your face.
Oh, it's funny. Whenever you watch his highlights
tough,
or you look
man.
at some of the tape on YouTube, he's literally standing an inch away from him.
Yes, it is nuts.
Just like
to see
standing
that,
there
man.
like, hey, man, what you going to do?
Yeah, it is nuts
You
to
ain't getting
see that,
past
man.
me.
Nuts to see that. So for me, man, that's why I have him as my number 1 guy. I just think that across the board, man, like, he's just ready to go, dude. He is ready. Like, I think that he's probably the most out our range. I hope I'm wrong on him, but as a whole, I just think that he's going to be that first guy off. With Stingley, man, I've seen him where Stingley's in that top 10, but then I've also seen him fall a little bit, just depending on, how people view, the.
People are still talking about his injury maybe lingering for him.
But he ran 4.3. Like at the pro day, he ran, it was like 4.32, 4.37. Now he had the Liz Frank injury. For those that don't know, that's the when you break the little bone in your foot and everything like that. So it is difficult. But when I'm seeing a dude run 4.3 after the Liz Frank, I'm like, the speed isn't an issue right now. So we got to see what else could potentially be hindering him. But I'm cool on it, man. I like him a lot. I know he didn't play as much though. And that's the other
injury
issue.
Last year.
Yeah.
And everyone was saying 2020 down year for him too.
Well, in terms of like, he didn't have a ton of interceptions either. And it was like, I forgot how many, because he's only played like, is it 10 games in 2 years? It was some like crazy stat where he hasn't really played a lot of football.
Yeah, he was a little banged up in 2020.
Yeah, he hasn't played a lot of football in the past 2 seasons, but he was so talented when he was out there. That's the other part. You know what I mean? So with him, it's like, it's just how you feel about it. Like, do you want to take that chance? I do think that he's super talented, and he makes I think he's going to definitely make whatever team, if he's healthy, he makes whatever team he goes on to instantly better. But to take him over Sauce, I just can't do that right now.
Yeah, everyone's pointing to his freshman year being one of the best cornerback seasons of all time. I mean, that was the time when LSU had Burrow. They won the national championship and stuff. But just think, freshman year, you're named like the best cornerback in college.
Yeah.
And to be a projected top 5, maybe even number 1 overall pick when you come out, and you still have 2 more years left in college.
Seriously, dude.
So it's
That's
like, bro,
tough,
I'm just
man.
trying not to get injured right now. Because it's not like one of those things with Jadeveon Clowney where he had like a flash play or two. Like he was the best cornerback that whole freshman season.
Yeah.
So it seems like everything I'm researching, he has the highest upside out of all these cornerbacks.
He definitely does, dude. Without a doubt, he does.
But you never know what his floor could be with injuries and just even how those last 2 years played out with LSU. Maybe some people view that as a red flag.
Now, how do you view it though? With like what we were just talking about, him having the crazy elite first year, then kind of dwindling off, and then obviously, the injury and stuff like that. That doesn't scare you off?
No, I don't care about that because all your boys left from freshman year. And you're stuck being like the best guy. It's like, and my team kind of sucks around me.
Yeah, then your coach leaves as well, man.
Yeah.
Or not leaves, but he gets fired and everything.
You just leave room, I think, probably for yourself to wander and just maybe care a little bit less. This is not good stuff to say, but I think as humans, it's understandable. Yeah. And you're just looking for, man, I just don't want to get hurt. I'm sitting on a lottery ticket right now.
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna be a top 5 pick. You got to wait 2 years to cash it.
Right.
Sucks,
so
man.
I don't really hold that much against him. I'm being more concerned about just the injuries lingering. But if you don't care about that, if the team doctors for whatever team wants to draft him gives him the okay and says, no, this won't be a problem, then I think he's a great pick.
Yeah. No, that makes sense then, man. Like I said, I'm down for that, dude. I definitely am. I just like Sauce a little bit better.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have Sauce at 1 because he's the safer pick, and I also think he's elite, too. I don't think his ceiling's, like, capped like that.
Yeah, I'm like, dude.
It's not like there's a huge drop-off in the ceiling.
I know he's, like, a wiry guy. Like, he's a thinner corner and everything like that. But Sauce still is a physical dude. Sauce is not turning down any contact. And I just like that man-to-man element. And I like the fact that he's been doing it too. And it's not like you said with Stingley, where it was we started out hot and then it kind of like dwindled off for various reasons. With Sauce, it's been the other way. It's like, yo, this dude is getting better with time. And that's the thing where I'm just like, yo, I think that, he got a chance, man.
Does your list change at all if it wasn't Steeler related?
I
think mine's pretty much the same. The only thing I switched was Booth and Elam. Booth, it looks like he's more of a zone guy. Yeah. Whereas Elam's more press or man coverage.
Guy. Yeah.
More physical and
man. I say because I'm trying to think, who would I switch out if? Because I'm not putting Kobe Bryant in there. I'm not putting Flott. That's the other dude from LSU. I'm not putting him over those dudes.
Here's some of the other names: Kyler Gordon, Marcus Jones, Jalen Armour-Smith out of Alabama, Martin Emerson. These are some of the guys that are, maybe in that 6 to 10 range.
What's the cat from? It's the cat from Auburn too. I'm thinking about
Roger Mccreary.
Yeah, he's the other one.
He was my honorable mention.
Yeah, I would have put him in there. Yeah.
Does it change at all with the Steelers though?
Yeah, because I'm trying to think. I don't think.
Or you think that's just more of your top 5 in general?
Yeah, because for me it would just be between him and Booth. Like, which one would I switch?
McCreary's more of a slot.
Yeah,
that's what they're projecting him to be.
But I think that McCreary's still a good player, though, too. You know what I mean? I don't know. Between them two, that'd be kind of how I would go back and forth. Yeah. But I think the rest of my list will stay pretty much as is.
How you feeling about Trent McDuffie?
I like him a lot.
because the size isn't that amazing. I mean, he ran pretty good at the combine,
Man,
but
I still like him a lot. He's fundamentally sound, dude.
I was gonna say that fundamentally sound, and they moved him all over the field.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And I like the fact too, man, that I feel like he's a dude that's smart, like plays with big vision. So it's like you'll see him read certain routes, and I do like that. And I like the fact that he's a ball dude. Like I want a guy that goes and gets that rock, man. He creates the turnovers, whether it's through the interception or through forcing fumbles. Like he does both aspects of that. So that's why for me, I'm like, I like him a lot. I just, in terms of why I have him behind Stingley and Sauce, I think that Stingley and Sauce are just, I think that both of those guys are just more athletic. I think they're just better players. Whereas with McDuffie, I think he's more versatile, and I think that he's still super good across the board, but I don't feel like he's a better press corner than either one of those guys. I don't think that he's a better, hey, let him match the number one receiver. I don't think he's going to do it better than those two dudes. And that's why I have him as that third guy.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's like he's still super complete, and the versatility shows. He could play inside, outside. Like, absolutely, man.
There's one stat. I think he only has 6 missed tackles in his whole career.
Nah, like he does
That's
his thing,
we could
man.
Use.
He does his thing. And, I'm trying to think, who comes from that Washington tree? I know you had Buda Baker from out there. It was another dude.
Marcus Spaders, right?
Yeah, I was about to say I'm forgetting. It was like I want to say it was 2 other corners that were from that same like Washington tree. So I'm kind of like, all right.
Well, there was a dude last year. I forget what his name. There was like a slot corner safety that came out of there last year. I forget where he went or what his name was, but we were talking about him and kind of like the top 5 safety range. I think he went 2nd or 3rd round.
Yeah.
But with McDuffie, I wasn't as high on him initially. I was like, man, this dude's probably overrated.
Because he's on the West Coast. It was Murphy. That's who it was. Yeah. He went to Washington. I mean, went to Arizona.
You're 100% right.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
It's not the safety I'm talking about, but you're right about Murphy.
This is Byron Murphy, I think it's good, because Shaquille just put Murphy in there. I was like, yep, that's him. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was a little overrated just because his size wasn't there. But as I did more research on him, like, you know what? Maybe size doesn't matter that much.
That's your slogan. But for me, man, I ain't gonna lie, because it is West Coast. I don't watch a ton of like them during the regular season. I think that instantly makes me like think less of them until I go back and it's like, okay, now let me watch more of this. Let me watch a game. Let me see some of this, some of that. And then it's like, okay, well, I actually do like this guy better than this guy. I just liked him initially because I saw him every week, but that's just, the way East Coast, West Coast works and stuff like that. But nah, man, I think McDuffie's a good dude, man.
What do you think of the Elam to Peters comparisons?
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
I think it looks pretty good because he takes a lot of risks.
He does.
A lot of penalties.
Bruh. He's
really talented.
He is an eyes in the backfield dude. Holy cow. But it works. That makes me so nervous at times. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. But that's the difference of players. Like, some people are more wired to be risk takers. Others are more wired to be like, hey, man, I'm more by the book and I'm going to sprinkle some risk. Marcus Peters is like, I'm going to risk take and sprinkle some by the book. I couldn't play like that. I don't have that type of confidence like that. Or not even that type of confidence. I'm too wired to follow the guideline than to just be hopping out and doing that type of stuff. But yeah, when I saw Elam, I was like, woof, dog, bro, that's risque. But I like it though, because he's super productive. That's the other thing, man. Yeah. It's like, if you're gonna be a risk taker, do it 100%, man. Be the guy that's making those plays, and you can't make those plays without taking those chances. Troy Polamalu, Hall of Famer, he did that as well. Now, granted, he was a lot more calculated because he was just super smart, but at the same time, it's like he still took risk. And if you're a player that can do that, man, and you feel confident in doing it, and Elam definitely has been showing that, it's like, man, I'm all for it.
Held Devontae Smith in 2020, 3 receptions, 23 yards. Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty damn good.
I ain't gonna lie, I want to see him run it back though. Devontae was a mug. Hey, Devontae a cold dude. I want to see him run that back.
Well, we do play the Eagles this year.
That's all I'm saying. Run it back. No, don't run it back.
I don't know how bad I want to take Elam in the first round though.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I ain't say all that. Yeah.
Is that all we got for the corners?
I guess if any of these guys fall, or because most of these guys will be available to us, but more so Stingley and Sauce. If they're available at 20, which one are you going with?
Available at 20. Mm-hmm. Both of them. So,
because I was granted, I don't feel like they're going to be available. At 20.
We'd have to just say they're available in the teens.
They're in the teens,
and we got to trade up.
Yeah, you either give up a lot more to go get Sauce, or you can give up a little bit to get Stingley. Which one would you rather do?
I'd rather give a little bit to get Stingley.
Okay.
But if it was the same pick, the same price, I'd go Gardner.
Fair. I share the same sentiment.
Because Stingley, man, there's no way Gardner drops past like 12.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see that
That's
happening,
even probably
bro.
falling for him.
Yeah, I
to
don't
be
see
drafted
that.
outside of the top 10. But Stingley can maybe go 15, right?
Right.
Maybe he could fall. Some people might like McDuffie over Stingley too.
I have seen some of that because, once again, some of the stuff we were just talking about in terms of the injury, in terms of the lack of, just ultimate game stuff like that. So,
and maybe scheme. Maybe someone can view McDuffie better in their scheme.
Yeah.
I would go, as I mentioned, I would go Gardner over Stingley in a vacuum, but for the price, if it's cheaper for Stingley, I'd rather have him. I just don't really want to draft a corner in the first round, though, that bad.
Yeah. Well, because I don't think
we're
we
kind
need
of
to
set
right
at the
now.
position.
Yeah. I don't think we need to right now.